She glanced at Gamba, who nodded supportively, then continued. I know we asked much of Azawi, especially after losing so many lives. But I have seen your courage. You fought bravely against the raiders. If we can join with neighboring villages, gather every tribe and clan willing to resist, we can form a force strong enough to drive the warlord out. Chief Ebony stroked his chin, eyes dark and thoughtful. It is a risky path. But do we have another choice? He surveyed the assembled elders. Some wore expressions of doubt, others of steely resolve. A wizened elder with white hair spoke up. Our scouts say other villages have also faced attacks. If they learn we are uniting, they may indeed join forces with us. He inclined his head at Nalia. Where would we gather these allies? Nalia remembered enough of the terrain around Ndeek lands to know there was a larger settlement near the confluence of two great rivers, a neutral space used for trade and festivals. There's a place called Jumani Crossing, about 2 days' walk to the north. My father spoke of it as a common ground where even rival clans respected a truce. She paused, voice tight with emotion. Father. She prayed he was still alive. We can gather there. It's near the heart of the region, so any village that wants to join can reach it. Another elder raised a question about provisions, arms, and transport for the wounded. Discussion sparked throughout the crowd, with villagers offering ideas for sending messengers and forging alliances. Nalia found herself swept into a wave of earnest planning. Despite the grim circumstances, an undercurrent of hope spread as people realized that unity might be their best chance. Finally, Chief Ebony raised his staff. Very well. We Azawi shall embark on this journey. Let it be known we will travel to Jumani Crossing by week's end, gather allies, and plan our stand against this warlord. We do so in memory of those lost and in defense of our children's future. A chorus of agreement rose. Some villagers still wore expressions of uncertainty, but no one openly opposed the plan. Their survival depended on collective strength, and the knowledge that they were not alone. In the days that followed, Azawi worked tirelessly. Messengers were sent to neighboring villages, carrying word of the planned gathering. Volunteers built litters for the wounded to rest upon during travel, while others gathered dried provisions and water skins. The warlord's captive raiders, thoroughly questioned, had revealed little more than a name, Rash-an. A man from the far north, rumored to be ruthless in his ambition. Nalia, Gamba, and Zai helped wherever they could. Though Nalia's heart ached with each funeral rite performed for those who fell, she also found solace in the resilience of the survivors. They bandaged their wounds, shared their meager supplies, and still pressed on. A spirit of solidarity emerged in Azawi that reminded Nalia of the unity her own clan had once known. At last, the morning of departure arrived. The rising sun bathed the village in soft gold. Despite the swirling sorrow, a renewed sense of purpose filled the air. The elders had decided to leave only a small contingent behind to care for the fields and those too injured to travel. Everyone else, warriors, families, and volunteers, would journey together to Jumani Crossing. Nalia stood at the forefront with Gamba and Zai, scanning the crowd of brave souls. Chief Ebony approached. Nalia, he said, handing her a spear. The polished wood felt both foreign and oddly comforting in her grip, the spearhead gleaming in the dawn light. May it serve you well. You carry the hope of two clans now, the Ndeek and Azawi. She bowed her head. Thank you, Chief. She traced her fingers along the shaft, feeling the carved symbols etched into it. Though she lacked formal battle training, she would use it however she must to save her people. Gamba stepped close, adjusting his staff across his shoulders. Ready? Nalia set her jaw. Yes, she said, turning to look at the ragtag procession behind them, men with bows slung over their backs, women carrying children and bundles, elders leaning on canes yet determined to go as far as they could. This was not merely a journey, it was a statement of defiance. We will not be broken. With a final nod to the village watchers left behind, they set out into the soft glow of morning. Nalia cast one last glance at the hut where she had awakened from her memory's darkness, feeling a pang of gratitude. She was no longer that lost, frightened girl. She was Nalia of the Ndik, and though her heart still quivered with doubt, she marched forward. She didn't know if her parents were alive, or if the warlord could truly be stopped. But she had discovered something deeper than memory, purpose. And that, she realized, was more powerful than fear. The path ahead would be long, fraught with danger. Yet Nalia, once lost and nameless in the forest, now led a band of determined allies toward a promise of unity. In her heart, she believed their combined courage could overcome the tyranny of those who chose violence and oppression. And though the final confrontation with the warlord was still to come, Nalia had reclaimed her identity and her will to fight for those she loved. In the end, her story reminds us that even when you feel lost and stripped of everything you once knew, hope can still be found in community and unity. We are all stronger when we stand together, forging bonds of trust and compassion. Memories may fade, but the essence of who we are endures, carried in the kindness we receive and the courage we show in return. Sometimes, the hardest battles lead us to discover our true selves and our true purpose. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more captivating African tales, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Share this video with friends who love stories of courage, mystery, and discovery. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.